Christo, you're the National Director for National Resource Management. Can you tell us at this stage what kind of damage has been done to the fauna and flora in the Southern Peninsula?
From a natural resource management perspective, not much damage has been done. The damage might still come. I've spoken to the park manager of Table Mountain National Park, and the estimated area at the moment is about 3,000 hectares that have burned so far. The veld that's been burned so far, most of it, a very large percentage of it was burnt the last time in 2000, during the last week of 2000, when the average temperature at the time was 38.5 degrees centigrade for that last week, and that was when the last disaster fires were on this mountain, and it was also the birth of the Ukavuka campaign, which ultimately led to the establishment of Working on Fire. I think today we're much more prepared for these disastrous fires with Working on Fire, the collaboration between the city, South African National Parks and the Working on Fire program through the Department of Environmental Affairs. But ecologically, the fire is actually a good thing. Your average veld age to be burnt in fynbos is about 15 years. It's about 15 years since it's burnt last. However, your question about the damage, there are two kinds of damages, and you know, veld fires are not just about the veld. It's also about that interaction with society. And the urban edge, as far as I know by now, I think there's about 5 houses that was burnt already. That's a disaster. You know, for those families, that's a disaster. And for us to get that balance right for these ecological fires, not to cause damage to livelihoods. The second one that could have impacts, after the 2000 fires, we did a small research project, and in areas where there were dense stands of invasive alien plants, we had massive soil movement, mudslides, erosion events, and that could still be ecologically very, very detrimental to the mountain. But it's too early to say to what extent that will happen after this fire, because the park has made some major progress with fighting invasive alien plants. The problem is the biomass loads that are left behind, what that impact is going to be on the topsoils for washing away. So the jury is still out how much damage has been caused by these fires.
And compared to the fires of 2000, how have these been different?
The weather conditions is very, very much the same. We landed now with a helicopter, and as we landed, the pilot said the temperature is now 41.5 degrees. Now this is Cape Town, man. This is not the Karoo somewhere. This is very hot for Cape Town. So this is extraordinary for Cape Town. So these fires are very hot. However, 15 years ago, the Working on Fire program didn't exist. There are 900 people in the Western Cape employed by Working on Fire alone. And we're bringing in another 250 people to put on the fires all along the Western Cape, not just the Table Mountain fire. There's a fire burning in the Grootwindhoek Mountains that has wiped out houses. So it's critical areas. It's what we call a red day. You know, you can just look at the veld and it starts burning in this weather. Hopefully the helicopter will take you guys up. What you'll hear is the spotter pilots and the ground staff talking to each other. The coordination, I think, is just 10 times better than what it was 15 years ago. So there might be some bad news, but there's also good news. As the park warden said to me, oh, we're going to have a bit of tourism loss for the next 9 months to 2 years, because you know it's not nice to hike through the burnt out veld. But after 12 months to 18 months, the bulbs are going to start coming up, and this is going to be like a flower, going to be looking like a garden. It's going to be beautiful. So watch this space.